Good morning and welcome to an all-new Eye of the Tiger. I'm Brian Nuevo.
And I'm Kaya Whitney.
Local political party representatives visited government classes on campus yesterday.
U.S. government students gathered in the Patty Baker Theater during class to receive a presentation from 3 political party officials. Students then had the chance to fill out voter registration forms and a model voting ballot. AP Government teacher Dana Dooley believes the presentations inform as well as provide a unique experience.
Being a fantastic opportunity to really bring the curriculum alive, because the students are not just hearing their teachers talk about the political parties and the voting process, but they actually get a chance to hear from people who are in the trenches, who are experiencing it, who are doing something with that in real life. Yeah, it's a beneficial opportunity.
The presentation included speakers from the Democratic, Republican, and Libertarian parties.
This has been the most fabulous thing. I've been doing this since the program started a couple of few years ago, and I just get so excited about being able to come here and try and open up some minds to a different line of thought, political thought that maybe they hadn't thought about before. It's really why I'm here.
To educate the students, specifically of our party and what we believe in, and the Constitution is what we believe in, and we're strong supporters, and just mainly to educate students on current affairs and about what our party platform is about, so that they can properly vote for something, and that they're not just voting for something just because somebody said yes to vote for it, just to do their own homework, do their own research.
I am just very encouraged with the diversity and all the questions that you all have asked. It was amazing. It was amazing. I am very thrilled and honored to be here. You know, standing up for democratic values and to sharing our platform and our inclusivity and how we believe that everyone is part of the process.
AP Government student Ashley Blake felt that the speakers were informative and one particularly exciting.
I enjoyed it. I think it was really informative. People who represented each party, they did so differently. I feel like they should have been, like, all of them should have done it like in the same way that the Libertarian did, because everyone was kind of like, you know, excited about that.
Representatives will be back next year to visit more students.
The Creative Writing Club has extended the deadline for student submissions. Creative Writing Advisor Jamie Handling and club members extended the deadline in hopes of encouraging more students to submit their writing and illustrations.
Literary magazine The Uproar, the submissions are coming in, but we had to extend the deadline because we haven't gotten enough submissions. So the new deadline is October 8th for all poetry, short fiction, any type of artworks, as long as it's all original and less than 1,500 words. Submit, we'd like to have a magazine this year.
Next Monday is the last day for submission.
Roseville High School's counseling department is hosting a college application workshop next Monday at 6 p.m. in the cafeteria. For more information, see Jackie Sider in the College and Career Center.
We now go to Dom Taylor for sports.
Good morning and welcome to this Friday's edition of EOTSN. I'm Dominic Taylor. After defeating Cosumnes Oaks 6-3 on Tuesday, Roseville girls tennis is still undefeated in league and on a 9-game win streak. We go to Jamie Bateman with more on the story behind their current success.
Even with a new coaching change this last year, Roseville girls tennis is in the middle of what looks to be one of their most successful years ever. And senior varsity player Courtney Carpenter believes that part of their success comes down to 2 factors: positivity and cheering.
At the matches, we're normally a very positive team. We're probably the loudest team in league. We all very enjoy cheering on each other, and we've all realized that when you cheer on your team, everyone does a whole lot better.
The team believes that along with their self-proclaimed title as the loudest team in the league, their new coaching and introduction of new things to improve their game has vastly benefited their record.
The positivity. Everyone's always around cheering on the courts and encouraging everyone else, and I think the new coaching has been pretty helpful with repetition and practicing new things. So,
even with tough upcoming matchups against Ponderosa and a second-in-league Whitney team, this Roseville team feels primed to end league undefeated.
I think so. I think we have a pretty good chance. In the beginning of the first half of the season, we had a couple of close matches, but I think we've grown a lot already as a team, so I think we're going to come out and win the rest of league.
In other sports news, Roseville boys basketball will be competing in an AAU or Amateur Athletics Union preseason basketball tournament at Cosumnes River College this Saturday and Sunday. The focus of the tournament is to engage players of all high school levels and the skills that they have been practicing so far in the off-season. Roseville's basketball program, which will go by their AAU name, the Westside Cats, will play the Enoch Screaming Eagles at 1 p.m. and the Turtle Rock T-Town at 3 p.m. on Saturday. On Sunday, the Roseville Westside Cats will play the Elk Grove's The Grove team at 9 a.m. and Yuba City's 1440 EMC BB team at 12 p.m. EOTSN would also like to give a shout-out to the Roseville JV football team for their 4-game win streak and being 2-0 in league. Freshmen will play away at Antelope Thursday night, and the JV and varsity will play at Antelope Friday at 5 and 7:30, respectively. And that's all in your home for Roseville High School sports, top plays, breakdowns, and more. Eye of the Tiger Sports Network, EOTSN. And now we go over to Gabby Hudson with entertainment.
Thanks, Dom. Miley Cyrus has reinvented herself from anti-Disney wild child to happy hippie, and now going back to her Disney roots, she reaches for a radiant blend of country and bouncy pop. Miley has celebrated each of these eras with a new album, this one being represented by her newest LP, Younger Now. In this newest genre venture, Miley brings back the country sound of her Hannah Montana days, giving the album a very nostalgic feeling. It's perfect for the theme of celebrating her inner child and regressing back to a simpler time in Miley's life. I have been waiting for this album since the release of Miley's single Malibu over the summer. From the opening chords of the single, I could tell that we were going to have an album of heart and soul, and unexpectedly returned to Miley's Tennessee roots. Though I often consider myself a fan of anything but country music or anything in close relation to it, Miley does a wonderful job to make this album actually enjoyable for me. Not to mention, her vocals are perfect for the kind of soulful twang that is heavily used in Younger Now. Speaking of twang, of course I have to acknowledge the best song on the album with a feature from the queen of country pop and Miley's godmother, Dolly Parton. Rainbow Land is a beautifully done collaboration with Dolly and Miley and a politically charged message of an ideal world filled with love and acceptance. The vocals and lyricism lead to a deeply moving song that I found myself having on repeat lately. And now we go back to news.
Thanks, Gabby. Color Guard and band students are currently learning American Sign Language.
After being influenced by Color Guard instructor Ashley Wyman, the students started teaching themselves ASL.
I decided to start learning sign language because if I do encounter anyone who is deaf, I would like to communicate with them. And it's fun just to sign in a different language. It messes with people too.
While they work on their own time, the students enjoy being able to communicate with each other.
Me and my friends will just quote little inside jokes or vines and stuff from each other across the room in a quiet room, and we'll just say them and we'll try not to laugh really loud. The most rewarding part is probably finding someone and connecting with them that you wouldn't normally if you hadn't known sign.
They feel that ASL would be a helpful addition to the available languages because it would allow people to communicate with the deaf community.
I hope the school can get an ASL program going because I think it should be a tool that everyone should have to knock down that language barrier.
Yearbook students will be visiting senior English and government classes to collect senior quotes soon. If you are a senior not currently enrolled in English or government, you can email your senior quotes to yearbook advisor Dana Dooley. That's it for us today on Eye of the Tiger.
And remember, we're always on at eyeofthetigernews.com. See you next time.